Just 10 minutes away from the start of the BrainJuice U25 series class. So welcome. Speed class here just into the afternoon. We're starting at high noon at 12 o'clock. And with 48 combinations to go. And of course we have our big Friday night semi-final Grand Prix here as well. That's taking place tomorrow night.
Yeah, 5 minutes out from the top of the order with the U25 welcome, sponsored by BrainJuice.
Well, approaching our first to go into this BrainJuice U25 welcome. Our thanks to BrainJuice once again, our sponsors of this U25 series, with the final coming up onto week 10. And, of course, with the semi-final this week onto Friday night as well. Looking forward to that. Fantastic lineup of those coming forward once again. And it is thanks to BrainJuice, our supporting sponsor of this, who bring you BrainJuice, the #1 natural daily brain supplement. Proud partner and major sponsor here as well. Find out more at their website, brainjuice.me, and use the discount code WEF for 20% off your purchase as well. Be mindful, be present, turn on your brain. Set to go into the first classes of the week, and looking for the completion here to take them through to the Grand Prix on Friday night. It is our jump-off class, well, one-round class, and it is with the option at the water at 6, finishing with 11 fences in all. The last, the Brain Java fence, going back towards the box seats as well, and underway in a moment or two. Time allowed of 76 seconds around the course here, and set to run in just a moment with the first of 48. And first heading in is Cage Meganhoff for the USA as our first for the Windara Farms. This will be Darius Duril for our first of the lineup, the 19-year-old from Indiana. And with this combination, they've been certainly developing as a partnership, jumping some of the bigger tracks into this season, and already been placed in the National Grand Prix here in Florida too. Kate Meganhoff first, and Darius Duril. Finishing with a total of 8:65.54 at stake there for Kate Meganhoff and Darius Duril.
Yeah, second round, we'll welcome on course Philip Ammon. Rider from here in Wellington, an individual gold medalist in the junior category at last year's North American Youth Jumping Championships. Philippa has the ride for Take Two LLC, partnered with the 14-year-old Gelden Castlereto by Casal. First clear round and early pace setter, Philippa Ammon at 63.63 with the Gelden Castlereto, owned by Take Two LLC.
US rider Clara Prob now for the Aquitaine Equine. This is the Belgian gelding Mistral for Clara, for the 19-year-old rider from New York. And for now, a well-established partnership between these two. And Clara are next forward. Clara Prop and Mistral van der Vogelsang.
Clear there, clear prop, 65.29 goes into second early. Lola Head joins us next. 20-year-old rider out of Houston, Texas, attending NYU, and the ride aboard her own 13-year-old mare, Marilyn, by Messenger. Early leading time at 63.63, set by Philippa Ammon and Castlereto.
US rider Lola Headskinner, and Lola with the mare by Messenger is Marilyn for the 20-year-old rider from Houston, Texas, for an 18-month combination now for the rider who attends NYU is Lola Head. Just finishing on 4 at 65.96, goes third so far for Lola Hedge and Marilyn. It is Philip Ammon leading so far, 6-3, 6-3.
Yeah, Tanner Karak are next to go, and IB Mercedes is out for the BrainJuice U25. Welcome. FEI Grand Prix winner last season and finishing second under the lights in the big classes this year here at the Winter Equestrian Festival. The ride for the Sandalwood Farms with the 9-year-old Dutch-bred gelding IB Mercedes for the USA's Tanner Karakin. .72 clear. Tanner Karakin into third place with the Sandalwood Farms IB Mercedes.
Mary Rose, Canterbury now for the US for the 5C Ranch and Minerals as our next. And Mary Rose with Kenya RM is the Mexican-bred mare for next to go. And for the rider from Houston, Texas is also with the combination here that have been together for a good few months now. And rider graduated in May on a gap year before starting at the University of Miami.
Finishing up just the 4 faults there into fourth at 64.17 as the quicker of our 2 4s early for Mary Rose Canterbury and Kenya RM. Philippa Ammon, early leader Casco Rutto, target time at 63.63. Simpson are next to go. Coralia EVS is mount. The mare, 10-year-old Belgian bred by Dictator van der Boschland, who've owned by Riffle Hitch LLC. Again, the time to beat is 63.63. New leader in 62.67. Simpson with a fault-free round for Riffle Hitch with Coralia EVS, a second faster than Philip Ammon, who goes into second with Take Two's Cascoretto, and declare prop now enthroned with Mistral van de Vogelsang.
Mexican rider Martina Franco Stefan Sugar now, and Martina with the mare by Universe Door. This is the Dulce Mojada Door for Martina Franco Stefan of Mexico. Going clear, goes into fourth place so far, 70.05. Martina Franco Stefan and Dulce Mojada Door for Mexico. Ty Simpson keeps the lead at 62.67.
17-year-old rider from Miami are next to go. This is Gabriela Pino receiving the tone and riding for the 5 Pines Equestrian. Zone 4 representative. Top placings this past summer at the Hampton Classic and the Global Champions Tour stop in New Jersey. Today partnered with the 12-year-old gelding Odile Vidium, the USA's Gabriela Pino. 16 jumping, 77.09. That's 2 more on the clock. A total of 18 for Gabriela Pino and Odile Vidium.
Taking us to Riley Delbeck now of the US for Kelly Coker from Tryon, North Carolina. This will be Chanel 479. Thank you, team. Riley Delbeck next to go. Ty Simpson keeps the lead. Finishing with a total of 12, 71, 70, 61, 74. Total of 12 into 9th, Riley Delbeck and Chanel.
Still Ty Simpson leading at 62.67 with a Coralia EVS. Lex Elignelli are next to go with Exo Zadora on a rider from New York City and a silver medalist in the young rider division at the North American Youth Jumping Championships. Team Gold in Belgium in the junior division. And that was in 2024. Last year, 2025, Team Gold as well in the young rider division. Alexa Elignelli out of New York City with her own Exo Zadora. $64.30 for a clear round for Alexa Elignelli, and Exo Zadora goes into 3rd place. Ty Simpson leads Philippa Ammon in 2nd.
Taking us to British rider Zavara Borodina now, and Zavara with Amazona Nakozej for the 19-year-old from London in the UK, and also studies business at King's College in London as well. Zavara Borodina, Amazona Nakozej. Finishing with 4, just the last there at 66.75, 4 for Borodina and Amazona Narcozet.
Teddy Pritzker next with the Grass de Mars owned by 3 Flamingo Stables. Was in the medium and high amateur divisions and top placings through the U25s up to the 2-star level for the senior at the University of Miami. 10-year-old French-bred mare Cornedo-Belinsky, her mount. This is Grass de Mars. Teddy Pritzker, our 13th to show. 62.67 current leading time set by Ty Simpson and Coralia EVS. Into the lead at 62.56, Teddy Pritzker with the 3 Flamingo Stables. Grass de Mars, 1/10 of a second faster than Ty Simpson. Teddy leads. Ty goes into second. Philippa Ammon now in third.
Jordan Gibbs now for the Mountain King Ranch of Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is Clip de la Haye Z for Jordan, who's going to be our next. Jordan Gibbs and Clip de la Haye Z. Still, Ty Simpson leads 62.67. Just the last dropping, 59.07. Time was good enough to go into the lead, but it is going to be 4 for Jordan Gibbs and Clip de la Haye Z into 8s.
And Teddy Pritzker keeps the lead on that time of 62.56. Liel Rhodes joins us next, our 15th in the order in the ride aboard La Scada Cava. Rider has jumped clear and placed up to the 3-star level, and today shows the 15-year-old gelding by Vagabond de la Palme under the ownership of Kobe Rhodes. This is Leo Rhodes with La Scada Cava, again 62.56, that time to beat. Just the four faults carried across the finish line, 67.28 the time for Leo Rhodes and Lescata Cava.
Taylor Corley now for the United States for the Stonehenge Stables of Ocean, New Jersey now. And Taylor with the classical, the Crisco. Just on four, it's 68.58 for Taylor Corley and Classical de Crisco for our new leader, though it's Teddy Pritzker still in front, 62.56.
So Zani for Sophia Mitchell, rider out of Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, a two-year captain for the University of South Carolina's Division I equestrian team. Rider on that Young Riders at Nations Cup team in Belgium are next to get the go. Piloting Guatemala Loisel, a 10-year-old mare by Lifestyle, owned by Mitchell Equine LLC. Time to beat still at 62.56, set by Teddy Pritzker. Just the four fault, 62.50. That goes into ninth. That's the second fastest four faulter for Sophia Mitchell and Guatemala Loisel.
Daniel Kerins now of Ireland riding the horse from the Gotham Enterprises of New York. This is Malou Blue PS for our next Daniel Kerins. New leader at 61.79. It's a leading combination for Daniel Kerins and Malu PS for Ireland.
So a new leader in, new time to beat at 61.79. JJ Toronto to join us next with Leon 50. Medal and McClay final winner. Individual gold medalists from the North American Youth Jumping Championships are next to go. 12-year-old Stallion, his mount owned by North Run and the Catley Farms. So JJ Toronto and Leon 50. New time to beat just set by Daniel Karen, 61.79 aboard Malu Blue PS. JJ Toronto, the fault-free effort with Leon 50, 64.46. The time goes in to 6th. Daniel Kerins, Teddy Pritzker, Ty Simpson, our top 5. Philip Ammon and Alexa Lignelli rounding out our top 3 there. Daniel Kerins, Teddy Pritzker, and Ty Simpson. Philip Ammon and Alexa Lignelli rounding out that top 5.
Virginia Bonney to go now, and Nina Bonney, a prospect, Kentucky's Eldorado. Virginia Bonney taking the lead now, 59.86 with Eldorado. New leading combination in this BrainJuice U25 as Virginia goes under 60 seconds.
Daniel Kerins goes into 2nd. Teddy Pritzker now 3rd with Ty Simpson in 4th and Philippa Ammon in 5th. 59.86, our first sub-60 second round as Claire Prop returns with her 2nd mount for the BrainJuice U25 welcome this afternoon. 13-year-old Dutch Breda Gelding for the North American Youth Jumping Championships gold medalist. For Evenstride LLC, Claire Prop with Ingmar. Just the 4:64.65 at the time for clear prop inning. More.
Yalikas of Israel now, and Yali going forward with Panamarenko Optimus for Yalikas. Going cleared into ninth place, 65.96, top 10 for Yalikas, and Panamarenko Optimus for Israel.
Double gold medalists from the European Youth Championships are next to go. And a Grand Prix winner under the lights here during our preseason action. This is Germany's Tony Stormans with the 10-year-old gelding RMF Baluinski owned by the Rushy Marsh Farm. 59.86, time to beat set by Virginia Bonnie and El Dorado. Clear it is, 65.57 goes into the top 10 for Tony Stormans and RMF Baluinski.
Taking us to 22-year-old Ava Fisherman now from Brookline, Massachusetts, with the ride of Castelvano, a 4-year partnership now. For this pair having competed in the U25 series before now too. And this is Castelvano for Ava Fisherman.
63.38, a clear round goes into fifth. Eva Fisherman and her own Casalvano. Takes us to the drag break for the BrainJuice U25 welcome. At the Midway Markets, Virginia Bonnie leading with her only sub-60 second round at 59.86. Aboard Nina Bonnie's Helen Dorado, Daniel Cairns in second with Marlou Blue PS. The Gotham Enterprise entry. Teddy Pritzker, Grass DeMars sitting in third. Ty Simpson in fourth with Coralia EVS. And we just saw Eva Fisherman take over fifth and the standings with Casalvano. U25 series here at the Winter Equestrian Festival, sponsored by BrainJuice, the #1 natural daily brain supplement, a proud partner and major sponsor of Wellington International. You can find BrainJuice products at Wellington International concessions or online at brainjuice.me. Use discount code WEF for 20% off your purchase. Be mindful, be present, turn on your brain. We're going to take a few minutes here for a drag here at the Midway Mark. We'll be back underway with another 24 to show for the BrainJuice U25 welcome. We've seen 24, another 24 to go, and coming out of the break, it is Virginia Bonnie leading with Nina Bonnie's Held Dorado on a time of 59.86. Daniel Carrington second with Malou Blue PS. Teddy Pritzker Grass de Mars in third. Again, leading time of 59.86 coming out of the break. And the first of our 24 remaining riders out of Canada from Ottawa, Ontario. This is Livia Martin with Pickwick Van der Kruiswijk. Three-time medalist at the North American Youth Jumping Championships, including 2 times at taking gold. The ride today aboard the 11-year-old gelding by Denzel Van het Muhlenhof, owned by Oakland Training and Sales. Olivia Martin and Pickwick are first to show after the break. .63.90, the time is score of 8 with the 2 knockdowns for Canadian Livia Martin and Pickwick Van der Kruiswijk.
Current leader into our lineup so far, and it is Campbell Brown who heads the leading table in the BrainJuice series so far. The 18-year-old who won the first Grand Prix of the seasons, and this again is Colina Zed.
Just missed that time to beat. 60.49 goes into second there for Campbell Brown and Colina Z. Virginia Bonnie still leads. Campbell Brown is second, Daniel Carrington third.
Alexander Wright next for the US and the Precision Equine of Cary, North Carolina. This is Arendal de Vlot. Finish on a total of 460.74. It's 4 there for Alexander Rydens and Aaron Doder-Flutz.
U.S. runner out of Fairhaven, New Jersey, Ryland Conway now for Conway Equestrian with a 13-year-old mare, Capella Y. Silver medalist at Prix de States, bronze medalist in the North American Youth Jumping Championships. 17-year-old Ryland Conway are next to go. 59.86, time to beat. Virginia Bonnie still leads with El Dorado. The fourth, the Dudoxer, it's the knockdown at number 962.75 for Ryland Conway and Capella.
Nora now to go now, and Nora for Team Wells and Whistler Equestrian. This will be Dorchester for Nora Naus.
With the 8 fault, 60.68, the time for Nora Naus and Dorchester.
Christian Hacker next, and Christian upcoming with for Friendship VDL for our next from Guatemala for the CSH Equine of Wellington. Partnership for just under 12 months now for the team silver medalist from the Youth Championships in previous years, and a team gold medalist as well through the juniors. Christian Hacker for Friendship VDL. Going clear goes top 10, 64.83. It's clear there of Christian Hacker and for Friendship, VDL.
Canadian rider from Westmount, Quebec. This is Elizabeth Grace Thomason with Juris Duluruc. Top placings at Spruce Meadows. Championship honors multiple times in the amateur owner hunters for our next rider to go. Mount of 15-year-old French-bred gelding by Capital. Juris Duluruc for Elizabeth Grace Thomason. Time to beat still at 59.86, set by Virginia Bonnie and Eldorado. Just 4 at the final fence, front rail at that Brain Java Oxer for Canadian Elizabeth Grace Thomason and Juris Duluruc with a time of 68.52.
Second ride for Daniel Kerins of Ireland, again returning for the Gotham Enterprises of New York, this time at Diaset. Going clear goes top 3 for Daniel Kerins this time around. In fact, he sits third and fourth into a third there at 60.81. Virginia Bonnie still leading with Eldorado at 59.86.
Virginia Bonnie still leading with Eldorado 59.86 for our leading combination at this point. Campbell Brown, Colina Z. In a second, Daniel Kerins third and a fourth. Third with Diaset, fourth with Malu Blue PS, Teddy Pritzker, and fifth currently with Grass de Mars. Alexander Alston are next to go. Ribbons at all of the major equitation finals for the U.S. rider out of Columbus, Ohio. Today aboard Spider, the 13-year-old mare by Cardinto. Gold medalists in the North American Youth Jumping Championships are next to go on the ride for Austin Alliance, LLC, Alexander Austin, and Spider. 59.86, still the leading time. So 4 faults fence 1 at Palm Beach County Sports Commission vertical for Alexander Austin and Spider with a time of 62.74.
Della White now and Della from Newport Beach, California. Juan Rocha is our next for Della. And our leading combination still at Virginia Bonnie's time, 59.86. Top 5, 62.12 for Della White going into 5th place now behind the 2 combinations of Daniel Carrions. He sits 3rd and 4th. Virginia Bonnie still at the top.
Isabella Ehrlich next with it to Care, KDWZ. Canadian rider out of Burlington, Ontario. Our next to get the start. Next to challenge that leading time at 59.86, Isabella Ehrlich to Care, KDWZ. The 11-year-old Zangers at a gelding by Toulon. For the rider from Burlington, Ontario, it's a clear round and going into fifth with her own 2-care KDWZ. Fault free at 61.91 for Canadian Isabella Ehrlich.
Teddy Pritzker now, and Teddy for the Three Flamingos stables of Chicago. U25 for the 23-year-olds, and former winner in the U25 events as well. Several top 10 placings through these classes before, and through the Global Champions Tour. Placed well there in Miami too in previous seasons. Finishing on a total of 8 at 62.758 there for Teddy Pritzker and U25.
Mary Rose Canterbury here, rider out of Houston, Texas, showing for the Fossey Ranch and Minerals. This is at Sato. Top 3 placings in National Grand Prix and ribbons up to the 2-star level for the U.S. rider out of Houston, Texas. Piloting a 13-year-old Zangers at a gelding owned by the Fossey Ranch and Minerals. This is Mary Rose Canterbury in Sato. Clear round 71.03 for Mary Rose Canterbury and the Fossey Ranch and Minerals, Sato.
Yeah, Lucas, let's get to go now for the United States and the rider from Tampa, Florida, the 18-year-old, originally from Keystone, Colorado. This will be the next up, and it's Crystal Clare in a partnership of 18 months now for this pairing together that have been champions at Devon and Washington. Going clear 64-61. It's 13 spots so far for Yulia Kozlowska and Crystal Clare.
Lee Stevens now from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with Omega H&DB, owned by the Rendezvous Farm. Part of last year's national champions on that Division I equestrian team at Dartmouth College. Our next rider to go, piloting a 12-year-old mare by Kanana. Lee Stevens, Omega H&DB. Takes over second in the standings, clear around at 60.14 for Lee Stevens of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Omega H&DB.
Ansgar Hodges Jr. now for the US with Good Einhouse's Color Blue PS for the 20-year-old from here in Wellington as well. Already a regular for Nations Cup appearances and medalist including Team Gold at the Youth Championships. Ansgar Hodges Jr., also an individual medalist, goes now with Color Blue PS. Just on four, it's 67.85. It's for there, Ansgar Hodges Jr. and Color Blue PS.
Lucas Mejia and rider out of New York City are next to go with the rider aboard his own 13-year-old gelding, Camille Duperchet. Placing up to the 3-star level in classes in Saugerties, New York. Hopes to ride successfully on the amateur circuit and jump the Prix here at the Winter Equestrian Festival. Lucas Mejia Fanjul and Camille Duperchet. Clear round 61.86, and it goes into sixth for Lucas Mejia van Hoel and Camille Duperchet.
Maya and Denise Charbon to go for Mexico now for the over news of Ocala. This is Calypso de la Jomentezet. Finishing with the last down, it is 2 down in total, 8 faults there, 57.538 there for Maya Ines Denise Chambon and Calypso de la Jomentezet.
Virginia Bonnie still leading, 59.86. Time to beat with 6 remaining for the BrainJuice U25. Welcome this afternoon. It is Lee Stevens recently moving into second with Omega H&DB, Campbell Brown in third with Colina Z, Daniel Cairns in fourth with Diaset, and in fifth with Marlu Bleu PS. Alice Watchman are next to go, and the Irish rider, part of that show jumping team that won the Junior European Championships in Riesenbeck last year. The ride for Coolmore show jumping with the 13-year-old Belgian bred stallion Killarney for Ireland's Alice Watchman. Time to beat is 59.86. Clear round 65.75 for Ireland's Alice Watchman and Killarney.
Favara Borodina to go now, the British rider returning this time with Olympic Van Heert Rusetveld. Favara Borodina. Finishing on a total of 4:69.05. It's 4 there for Vavara Borodina and Olympics. So still East Virginia Bonnie in front, with Eldorado 59.86. 4 left to go.
Another rider for Canada to join us this afternoon. This is Cassidy Rain, riding for the Rain family with a 15-year-old mare, Escorial K. Competing up to the 5-star level and competing on the Major League Show Jumping Tour as well for the Canadian rider. This is Cassidy Rain, first of 4 with Escorial K, 59.86. Still our leading time. $58.70, new leader Cassidy Rain with Escorial K, owned by the Rain family, a little over a second faster than Virginia Bonnie's time, with Eldorado as the Canadian takes the lead for the Rain family in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Last year's champion of the BrainJuice U25 series, Hallie Grimes, now the U.S. rider for Can We Keep It of Houston, Texas, Mariette de Mariposa. Top 3, it's 59.90. It is into third for Hallie Grimes and Mariette de Mariposa.
Rider from Runza, New Jersey. Up next is Taryn Kiley with Nyana ADB. Kylie equestrian owned entry for the rider that is placed in the top of the highs and the medium classics here at the Winter Equestrian Festival and up in Traverse City. Taryn Kiley, our first of 2 remaining with the 13-year-old mare by Nabab Derev. Kiley Equestrians at Nyana ADB. 58.70, the time to beat. 16 to wrap up for Taryn Kiley out of Rumson, New Jersey with the Nyana ADB.
And last combination to go is going to be another ride now for Philippa Ammann for the Ammann Equestrian of here in Wellington. Zarina de Vidal for the 18-year-old rider who takes her second spin around here. Former junior gold medalist into last season as well, and Team Bronze as well as part of the Youth Nations Cup finals. Philippa Ammann, Zarina de Vidal.
Just the 4-fault 64-67 with that knockdown coming at number 4 for Grace Debney. Or for Philippa Ammann and Zarina de Vidal, 64-67 with the 4 faults there for our final combination heading into tomorrow night's U25 semi-final Grand Prix. Top call goes to Cassidy Rain, Escorial K, owned by the Rain family, Raleigh, North Carolina. Virginia Bonnie Eldorado finish in second, separated by less than 0.2 of a second. And Hallie Grom's third with Margarita Mariposa, owned by Can We Keep It LLC. Out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it is Elise Stevens finishing fourth for the Rendezvous Farm with Omega HNDB. Current leader on the series, Campbell Brown takes fifth on the afternoon with Colina Z. Sixth award and seventh award going to the Irishman Daniel Cairns. Sixth with Diacet. Seventh riding for Gotham Enterprises with Marlou Bleu PS. Eighth for Lucas Mejia Van Hoel and his own Camille Du Perchet. Today's competition and the entirety of the U25 series sponsored by BrainJuice. Number 1 natural daily brain supplement, a proud partner and major sponsor of Wellington International. You can find BrainJuice products at Wellington International concessions or online at brainjuice.me. Use discount code WEF for 20% off your purchase. Be mindful, be present, turn on your brain. Riders gathering up points here throughout the season in our U25 series sponsored by BrainJuice. And ultimately, our winner will receive a brand new Honda Metropolitan scooter and a luxury duffel bag full of gifts courtesy of BrainJuice, as well as a flight credit for one horse to Europe to compete this summer courtesy of the Duda Corporation. Getting our winner prepared, we'll have Lisa Ellis, CEO and CMO of BrainJuice, here to present to our top rider on the afternoon. Bringing back today's winner for the BrainJuice U25 welcome. And your top rider out of a field of 48 representing Canada and riding for the Rain family, Raleigh, North Carolina. Cassidy Rain takes the top call with the mare Escorial K. The time 58.70. Besting a field of 48. And today's BrainJuice U25 welcome. Picking up some very valuable points towards that final for the BrainJuice series. Again, with those riders collecting the Honda Metropolitan scooter for that top rider on the series and that luxury duffel bag, plus the free flight ticket compliments of Duda for a horse to compete in Europe. Cassidy Rain, your winner on the afternoon, a time of 58.70 with the Rain family's Escorial K.